So before we get into all the technicalities of playing Kirko and the best way to rank up with Kirko, I'm just going to tell you guys some of the basics so everyone's on the same page of what Kirko does as a support player. So the first thing that I like to do when I'm playing Kirko is I like to go into the option, and you want to change your hero to Kirko, and then just scroll down to the toggle healing, and you want to make sure that this is off. So what this does is just lets you toggle how many papers you throw to one person. So if you want to throw 2 papers to this person, you can stop and you can heal someone else, which is also really effective. But like if you're pocketing your tank and you throw 3 or 4 and then you see that they're almost at pretty much at full health, you want to start like throwing your 9. Just making sure that you are farming your ult. So for Kirko, she does 140 damage to the head, and you want to always make sure that you're landing those headshots. And she does 40 damage to the body, which isn't a lot at all. You also want to notice, as you can see in this clip here, that her knives are a little delayed, so you have to predict where the enemy is going. So we're going to quickly touch on like her papers. You obviously cannot heal through the wall. But if you have a moving player, if you heal here and they move into it, that you will be able to heal them. Another thing about her papers is that you want to make sure that this box is toggled on. It's because if there isn't a box, you're not going to be able to heal them. They're too far out of range. If you're not tracking, your papers are not going to go to the heal. As you can see, the blue ones miss. And whenever you get a gold paper, that means you're healing your teammate. So the next ability that I want to touch on is her cleanse. If you guys would like to, you can pause the video here and quickly check out what effects Kirko's cleanse actually has on your teammates. So most of you guys probably knew all about that already with Kirko, but now we're going to get into the best way to solo carry as Kirko. I'm going to be going over her heal, her mobility, her damage, her ult, and her cleanse. The first thing I'm going to talk about is her mobility. Kirko has one of the best mobility traits in the game. Her wall climb is extremely valuable, and I see too many people out in the open not having a clue what their positioning is as a support agent and realizing that being in a safer spot could have kept their teammates alive. Because as a support hero, you need to value your own life more than anyone else's life on your team. And that is the most important thing and all you can do as a support hero. So communicating with your team and trying to find maybe like a window or an elevated space where you can play and you know you're going to be safe and have a way out. Talk to your teammate, talk to your tank, and find out where they're playing so you can play off of them. This brings me to my next point, which is not wasting your cleanses and knowing when, where, and who to use your cleanses on. For example, I'd try and save a tank rather than I'd try and save a DPS, just because I know the likelihood of us winning that fight is probably going to be a lot higher if I have my tank alive rather than a Genji. And lastly, I like to save Kirko's cleanses for anyone's ultimate ability. You guys can check out the screenshot I had on this video earlier if you guys really want to see all of the details of what Kirko's cleanse does. So make sure you always have a purpose for throwing your cleanse, because one simple cleanse can win you an entire battle all by herself, which is why this is the support hero you can carry with if you keep your teammates alive, all through using correct positioning, proper cleanse timing, and good DPS value. And being a good DPS as Kirko means you are going to take those 1v1 fights, just like I'm doing to this Reaper. You are able to take 1v1 gunfights as Kirko. And with good aim, you will be able to literally 1v1 any single person you want. Maybe besides the tank, but you get the point. To get your aim good enough to be able to 1v1 most heroes, check out this Widow video where I go into a lot of detail on how to properly aim and how to improve your aim. The next and the last thing I want to talk about is Kirko's ultimate. The best thing to do to farm Kiriko's ultimate points are to push up early right after you guys get a team kill, and then making sure you have your teleport ability to teleport back to your teammates after you push up early, and just supply damage and continue to farm your ultimate ability. Now the KITSUNE rush gives you a move speed of 30%, you get a rate of fire boost of 50%, your reload time's 50% faster, and it just boosts your team. As a support character, your support ultimate ability supports your team, which is why with your ultimate, you guys need to learn how to pair your ultimates up with your teammates. And this again comes down to communication and talking to your team about when you're about to use your ultimate so you can combo with other ultimate abilities. This is going to help you guys win a ton more battles. Also, you want to make sure with Kiriko's ultimate, you place it in an open area where it's not going to get blocked, kind of like how I did in this video. As you can see, her ultimate was blocked by the payload, and I wasn't able to use my ultimate in certain parts of the map. So that about wraps up this video all about Kiriko. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give a like and subscribe if you guys want to see more videos all about Overwatch 2. See you guys in the next one. Peace.